As we get things started,
Yo,
Jeff,
what is
who on
going
the
on,
Spurs
everybody?
do
It's
you
your boy,
think we
Mr.
need to keep an eye out for
DDG94 here
here?
with another
Tony
NBA
Parker,
NBA Live, my career gameplay. And today, we're taking on the Spurs. Let's see if we come out here with this win.
He came in as a great finisher. He's improved consistently as a shooter. He knows better now when to be aggressive, looking for his own shot. And
Obviously, we're going to lose the tip.
Now he's in a great system.
I'm still in my gold shoes. We're going to be wearing these for the first 3 games of the season because, well, I haven't gotten my ring. I haven't gotten my ring yet, but I will get it eventually when we play the Clippers. So we play little brother. So I throw it down on Tiago Splitter. But yeah, when we get to play the Clippers, get to play little brother, then I will definitely have my ring. But for right now, I don't have my ring. So yeah, so I got that and one right there. Tony Parker. Last time we saw the Spurs, it was in the Western Conference before we met up with their boy Timmy, who I didn't even know was in the 6. I did not know he was running through the 6. Who would have knew that Timmy was running through the 6 with his woes? So I throw it down. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Jordan Dragic versus Kobe. Kobe got that. Come on, we cannot start this again where Michael Beasley starts going off, bro. Cannot do it. Not this year. Ooh, got him. Don't shoot that. Send me a pick. Take it in. Dunk it, man. He usually dunks it. That's one thing I notice about him. He has a tendency to dunk. That time he didn't want to dunk it. See, if that was DeAndre, he would have dunked it. As I throw it down, as I just give Tony Parker this light work and just go straight to the basket like it's nothing. No way. Good defense. We out. Fair. Man. There you go. I'm not trying to be selfish, man. I'm really not. But if push comes to shove and this team is not performing and we're down by a certain number of points, I'm going to have to step up my game and be selfish. But as of right now, I'm trying to be a team player. Once again, I ask, why is Xavier Henry at the fucking 4 when he should be on the bench? Wow. He got that. Oh, Kobe. Let's go.
NBA champion. Twice he was the Finals MVP. He's done it with Shaquille O'Neal, without Shaquille O'Neal. Now he's got a new challenge ahead.
Wow. And one. Let's go.
Called against Splitter. Now it's one free throw to finish off a three-point play.
That's great body control right there. Finishes the shot and now goes to the free throw line.
The Spurs go on the move. Ball knocked out of his hands. Reaches in for the steal. Knocks it down. That's a two-pointer. Beats his man.
What are you gonna do? Nothing. Pass off to Kawhi. Kawhi, get that out of here. That ain't gonna work no more. Yeah, scrub. Send me a pick. Be running. Oh, what? I should have put my nuts in that man's face.
The Lakers with the ball in control. Oh, quick move gets inside.
Send me a pick real quick. And one. Let's go. Just bodied that man. I bodied that man.
Finishes the shot and now works his way to the free throw.
Knocks down the free throw, and that completes the three-point play.
Oh, damn. Out here. That's my fault. Hey. Oh, got him, coach. With the 360. That nasty ass 360 stiff ass animation, but I'll take it. He's off.
That ends the first quarter. The Lakers up by 6.
So yeah, I'll see you guys in the fourth quarter. I promise this time y'all see me in the fourth quarter. I promise.
You don't see in every game.
Alright, man. This team is straight up boo-boo right now, man. I literally gotta do everything with myself. Kobe can't make a shot to save his life. Swaggy P is never open. I'm trying my damnness, but like I said, the Spurs defense is very realistic in this game, so the chances of you being a one-man wrecking crew is pretty hard to do, especially when they getting fouls left and right, man. I'm telling you, being on this team is straight boo-boo, yo. I'm really regretting not playing for the Lakers or for the Clippers.
The Lakers with the ball here.
Alright, that's off Kobe. Please make that. Thank you, you finally made it. This man finally made a goddamn shot.
Attacking each other with all kinds of offensive aggression.
Give me that.
Into the paint. Gets inside.
And one.
Terrific concentration.
But yeah, man, I really want to talk about something real quick, you know.
Hits the free throw. 3-point play complete.
The shit NBA 2K fans say about NBA Live that don't make no damn sense. My biggest pet peeve with a lot of 2K heads that I have to address is when they talk about how when you see them close up, they don't look the same far away. Now, if you're looking at what I'm looking at, or if you played the same game that I've played throughout this whole fucking year, then you know damn well that what they look like close up is exactly what they look like from far away. 2K fans say this all the time and try to use this as a valid excuse as to why this game is trash, which is complete bullshit, by the way. Now, if you want to talk about animations, you got us there. You can't say nothing about the animation. The animations in this game are trash, plain and simple. These animations look like they still belong on the PlayStation 2. Let's just keep it real. But how the players look from a faraway distance, go play Park. If you have a face scan, if you have a scanned face on your map player, go to the Park and look how your face looks from a distance away. Like when they doing the introductions at the Park and you see your player, do you really see the in-depth detail that you see when you playing a mock career game and they do a close-up of your face? No, you don't see that at all. You know what I'm saying? So of course they're gonna look different from far away because the camera's not focused on the faces. It's not focused on everything else. Like the game's camera focus or depth of view or depth of the field, I should say, is on the ball and the characters around it, not the faces. Why would the faces be in tone? Of course they're not gonna look. You know what I'm saying? And they say they don't look different. It looks different from when they show close-ups. They look different from. They don't look different. The body types still look the same. You can still see the tattoos. You can still see the shoes. You can still see the accessories. Nothing really changes from a far away distance when you playing this game versus playing 2K. They both have the same thing. They look. Both of them have good close-ups. When you go away from them, of course they're both gonna look different because how it's rendered out. It's not supposed to render in the faces because the faces are not the biggest factor. If that's the case, then the fucking crowd should look 10 times better. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Come on now. Come on now, 2K heads. Stop coming up with all these bullshit excuses, man.
So they get the clock to stop with the foul.
Stop with all the bullshit excuses, 2K heads. Just stop coming up with all these excuses, man. This is not me defending them. This is just me stating something that I hate hearing other YouTubers, other people talk about, which I don't understand. Yes, from a close-up perspective.
You can't take your timeouts from one game to the next. These timeouts should have been used
From a close-up perspective, like right here, of course the faces are going to render in because it's only focusing on the players. It's not focused on the game. It's when you're playing the game, it's going to be more focused on what's going on the court versus what the players' faces look like. Of course, they're not going to be rendered in. You know what I'm saying? Why would it render in the faces? It might glitch the game or glitch the faces or do something wrong to it. So why put a lot of emphasis on the faces and whatnot? Like I said, the only thing you can speak about that's bad on this game is animations. Other than that, everything else is cool. Animations and game features and game modes and features. That's the only thing you can say about NBA Live that's a downfall. Other than that, I think everything else in this game looks great. I think the player models look good the way they are, even though I feel like they could be better because I've seen better. And I feel like if they just took the player models from NBA Street Home Court and put them in NBA Live, in an NBA Live game on these next gen consoles, dog.
Misses that one free throw.
This game could go so far
Moves into the front court. 6-second difference between
because the player models will be looking crazy.
Any more points, just dribble off the clock and the victory is yours.
So that's just me, man. I'm really tired of 2K heads talking all this nonsense, man. It's time to shut these 2K heads up for once. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Y'all don't know what y'all talking about. If anything, you need to go back and look at 2K because the same thing happens in 2K when there's close-ups and then when it focuses on the game. It does not focus on the faces because if it focused on the faces, it would probably glitch. The faces would probably be glitched. It would probably be all over the place. You probably see a lot of pop-ins and stuff like that. So I think the faces not being rendered in is a good thing. I'm just saying. So of course, from a close-up perspective, these video games aren't going to show an in-depth look at the faces. But then when I'm looking at these replays, which are from a far away distance, if you want to be technical about it, 2K heads, those replays look like the faces were rendered. So the faces still look good. It's just that it's not in the far. It's just that they just can't do it from a closer angle. Cause see, look at these replays and look at some of the players' faces, man. Look at that, man. They still gonna look the same. Obviously, the more closer you get, the more focused the game is gonna be on them, because it doesn't have to focus on what's going on in the game.
But it wasn't enough for today's matchup.
So I think NBA Live looks good.
It's exactly that.
Do I think the player models can be better? Yes. Do I think some of the player models can look a little better? Yes. At the end of the day, I think this game looks good. It looks good. It looks graphically good. It doesn't look as good as 2K does, but it looks good. For a PlayStation 4 game, it looks good to be on the PlayStation 4. The lighting of the floor, the body models are way better than NBA Live 14. Let's just keep it real. NBA Live 14 is terrible. Hands down, that game is straight up utter trash, filth, garbage, just useless junk. I don't even see how that game could even sell a damn
because he really put on the show on this game.
Sell it down, you know, get on. I don't even see how the game can end up on anybody's receipt at this point in time. But NBA Live 15 on the hand, I have to say this game is better.
Here's the shot chart telling its own story.
I have to say this game is better. This game is better than this last year's component, which makes it look better, which makes it feel better. You know what I'm saying? Animations are still cringe-worthy, you know. But other than that, I mean, this game is fantastic all around. So for everybody that's out there using that excuse of when you zoom out, they don't look the same, you can go back and say the same thing about 2K2. There's no exceptions. So that's just me. That's how I feel. That's just me. That's how I feel. I think that's just how it is. And if you don't like what I'm saying to you, then I can give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel. That's just what I think. I think that this game looks graphically good it's definitely a step up. It's definitely a better experience. So when you talking about NBA Live and how it looks, of course it's going to look different from how it looks close up, because the game, it has to focus on the game. And it has to render in, the graphics have to be rendered by the gameplay, by the players moving constantly, the balls bouncing constantly, you got the crowd moving and stuff like that. It's not just on one camera angle where it can focus on certain aspects. It's focusing on the whole floor. So of course, from when you zoom out of a cutscene, it's not going to focus. It's not going to look or focus on the faces as good as it did on that cutscene when they zoomed in. Of course, it's not going to look the same. So if you're going to keep using that excuse of this game, the camera, when the camera zooms out, it blah blah blah, shut the fuck up, because you don't know what you're talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I played this game all year. I know what this game is capable of, what it's not capable of. I keep it 100 on this channel, and honestly, I feel like this game gets devalued because of its recent fuck ups. And I feel like now that it's actually making progress and actually trying to be better, people just want to fucking write it off like it's a piece of shit, when they're actually making strides to make the game better. Which is why I also still give NBA Live 16 the lead right now over 2K16, because yeah, they brought back crew mode, but still I ain't seen no fucking gameplay. Until I see gameplay, till I see what if it feels like online, till I see if all the cheese is gone and whatnot, 2K still on the shit list right now. NBA Live isn't, because we know what we're getting, and I'm just hoping that there's some better animations going forward. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's pretty much my thoughts. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.